In this world, our world, there's a civilization known as humanity. And with humanity comes something special, something amazing. Our little lobster friend will take you on a journey to teach you, to guide you on what's known as kindness. This may change your life and ultimately will make you more kind. Welcome to Kathy's Journey to Kindness.
One sticky honey roast, please.
Bruh.
Oh no!
Hi, my name is Lynn. I think my definition of kindness is being aware and listening with all of your senses, not just your sense of hearing, but listening with all of your senses and really tuning into what somebody is going through or what you see around you, and making effort to help those around you and help the situation around you, making a difference for somebody, and doing something that is beyond yourself or self-serving. Through different gestures and different actions, I have received the message of hope, the message that I'm not alone, the message that the future is secure, and that you never have to face anything alone. I think that that's the kindest thing that someone can do for another person. And this thing someone can do for me is to recognize that that I need to feel secure, and that I need to have other people stand with me. I think kindness looks like alleviating a person's load in whatever way you see them struggling. So if somebody is, battling something medically and their health is declining, kindness means communicating your thoughts and feelings about what you see and looking for ways to alleviate the situation. So depending on the situation, kindness will look different, but it's really paying attention to what the person is dealing with and seeing, feeling, and hearing what is happening to the other person, and taking away some of the challenges from their daily life. Kindness does not have to be reciprocated. You're doing it solely with the focus of providing hope, comfort, security, and friendship, companionship to another person. and expecting nothing but goodness for the other person. And we don't do these things and expect to have anything provided back to us, or we don't tally these gestures and actions that we do. And kindness has to be focused on the person or the group that you're extending it to and what they need, not what you think they need. So that is important as well. It's very important to be educated about your community and beyond your community. The context of the situation is very important. You have to know exactly the history of, what's happened and the present circumstances and what's likely to happen in the future. So I think we can incorporate more kindness is educating ourselves and not being complacent or naive to things that are real and happening around us and impacting so many people. Take notice of those around you and have good intentions to stop when you see that someone is struggling. And sometimes it's just a few words, sometimes it's holding a door open, sometimes it's helping an elderly person carry their bags, sometimes it's recognizing an overwhelmed person and asking them if you could help them in a situation. Doing these things, we end up creating ripple effects, and hopefully the people that we extend kindness to will feel uplifted and extend an act of kindness to someone else, and kindness just spreads that way. So thank you for spending these few minutes with me, and that's the questions. Bye.
My name is Eliza. For me, kindness is going about your day with your best foot forward and not letting your anger or your emotions cloud your judgment and affect your interactions with other people. Sometimes we all have bad days, but the important thing is to not take that out on other people and to not make other people feel less just because the day that you want it. Small things, complimenting someone for accomplishment. Your friend got a good grade on a test, you encourage them and say, hey, amazing, I see you worked really hard on that. Or just remembering small things about your friends, like their birthdays, if they have any dietary restrictions, or what foods they do like, and maybe buying them a candy bar once in a while. In general, as long as you make sure that the people around you feel safe and are not negatively impacted by your presence, that is kindness. A recent example that I think thought of is that last week, I begged my friend, I've been bugging her for a while to come to work with me, just because I don't do much for my work, we just have to sit there, supervise stuff. So I was like, come to work with me, we can talk, we can have fun, and she eventually said yes. While she was there, I introduced her to my coworker, and my coworker ended up asking her, she was like, what is the thing you like most about Eliza? And my friend, after a while, she said that she thinks that I am one of the nicest people she knows, and it was such a kind thing to say, because it feels like knowing that other people appreciate you and what you do, definitely, that really made my day, and I was like, wow, thank you so much. So yeah, that was one of the kindest things someone has done for me. They acknowledged and appreciated what I tried to do. Honestly, by doing very small gestures that make people's days better, showing people grace and acknowledging that maybe someone is just having a bad. Other things that you can do to spread more kindness and positivity in the world is smiling more. Holding doors for people is a very easy one, I think, if there's a bunch of people behind you. And saying thank you. I feel like people do not say thank you enough nowadays. If anyone shows you any small act of kindness, no matter how insignificant, try to make sure that they are appreciated, because when you do that, then these people know that they are being acknowledged, and they're like, yeah, maybe this is something I want to continue doing. Maybe this is something I want to pass on.
My name is David Tan. I am Kathy's cousin, and I will be answering questions for this project about kindness. So kindness is, it comes in two parts. The first part is act of service, but it is also paired with the second part, which is emotional support. So the act of service ties into feeling someone's need of support or help, and then comes in the action that supports this need. Kindest thing that someone has done for me would be taking me in their home and giving me new clothes, a bedroom to spend the night, and just treating me every day to food and introducing me to new places in Vancouver. This was back when I first came to Vancouver, and I didn't know anything, I didn't know anybody, but thank God I had a friend I knew back then in high school. He invited me to his house and just offered me a place to stay, and that's considered as kindness to me. That's emotional support and act of service. Because the world we live in is not educated enough on emotional intelligence, it leads to a lack of empathy, and lack of empathy means disconnection, and without connection there will be no act of service. So personally, I think implementing lessons about emotional intelligence, or aware of their emotions, would be a great change to the world, because then we normalize kindness, implementing it into our code of etiquette. How to be a good citizen, how to be successful in life, so on and so on. Again, kindness does not look like, well, it's everything opposite to lack of active service and emotional support. So coldness, distance, lack of interest, right? Lack of care, and that's all result from a lack of empathy, which creates disconnection.
Hello everyone, I'm the one who helped Kathy here with her little project of hers. And that's the end of Kathy's journey to Hunter.
We had a great time making it, and I think it taught me a lot.
It did? I mean, of course it did, yeah. What'd you learn about anyway?
Well, it helped me understand that there's many perspectives on what kindness is, and I think it improved my own perspective, you know?
Nerd. Well, here's hoping, because you suck at it. No offense though, of course, I'm kind, obviously.
That's not very nice.
Loser. Well, anyways, we want to wish you a happy holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah.
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you
the
celebrate.
best time of the year, so whatever you celebrate, have fun.
Yay!
Yay!
Christmas, Hanukkah, yay! Woohoo!
Kwanzaa.
What? Kwanzaa, yes,
Yeah.
that too. Sorry, I am very bad at remembering. I'm dumb. Sorry. Well, thanks everyone for putting your time into
Thank
watching.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.